Proceed.
Well-guided Honorable Chair. Issue number 1, unsupported property, plant and equipment. And I read, the statement of financial position reflects property, plant and equipment balance of Kenya shillings 45,932,989 and reference to disclosure note 22 to the financial statements. However, the disclosure note is blank. Further, the respective asset category, description of assets, valuations, and locations were not provided for audit. In the circumstances, the accuracy, existence, and fair statement of the property, plant, and equipment balance of Kenya shillings 45,932,989 as at 30th June 2022 could not be confirmed. Honorable Chair, we have gone through the response provided by management of the municipality, and we have noted that the subsequent set of financial statements for the financial year 22-2023 were amended to rectify the inaccuracies noted in the prior year, that is 2021-2022, and therefore the management has addressed this issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe what I will ask is that what measures shall be put in place so that the same error should not reoccur in the future? Management.
Thank you, Chair. We have responded that we shall address all the issues in the subsequent years. So, like now in the year 2023, we have addressed that one. So going forward, that one is already addressed. Thank you.
Okay. AOG.
Thank you, Chair. Issue number 2, other reserves. The statement of financial position also reflects other reserves balance brought forward of Kenya shillings 15,365,114. However, the detailed schedule in support of the balance was not provided for audit. In the circumstances, the accuracy, existence, and fair statement of other reserves balance of Kenya shillings 15,365,114 as at 30th June 2022 could not be confirmed. Honorable Chair, we have gone through the responses provided by the management, and the issue has not been addressed. Thank you.
Response. CC.
Thank you, Chair. We have responded that the amount was brought forward balance from the previous financial year, and we have attached a supporting statement under Annex 1. So that one is what we have done.
Auditors verify. Okay. So, it is not very clear. We've seen your responses, but it is not very clear. Maybe you can read from your end, because it's not clear on our end here.
Chair, let me request the CC, my colleague, to respond further.
Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. For more clarity, let me give to the accountant to respond on it. Thank you, Chair.
If possible, let him read. Just read it before you explain. Just read it.
On Chair, the amount of the Kenya shilling 15,365,114 was the balance brought forward from the previous financial year. The bank statement attached. If you open the first there's a statement attached on Annex 1. The part on Annex 1, there's a figure which is balance brought forward of that figure, 15,365,114.
Excuse, where is it? Because we are not seeing
on Annex 1.
Where you can read 15,365,114. We want that figure. Auditor.
Thank you very much. We looked at the bank statements that were provided by the management.
Yes.
And as per your guidance, we could not see the figure of 15 million.
Yes.
The bank statements reflect a figure of 105,344,109 as at the beginning of the financial year. This is why we mark the issue as having not been addressed.
Correct. So since it is not very clear, it will stand unresolved, and unless you provide a very clear one with the right information before the end of business tomorrow. And before that conclusion, I will allow a member, my vice chair, to also contribute on that.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe my question will be, the management provided these financial statements. What was their intention of providing these financial statements, and they don't answer any question here?
The ball is back to you, management. CC.
Thank you, Chair. I think if we go back to the statement on the schedule of the Annex 1, the total amount mentioned by that statement is 105. But when you look at the date is at 1st of July, that amount is 15. Maybe I'll refer you back to that statement. The amount is at 1st of July is 15 million. Yes, so the total amount for the statement is 105. So when you go back to 1st of July, the amount is 15. Yes.
Chair, the issue of 15, what is recorded here by the Auditor General is 15,365,114. But what is on the financial statement on as 1st June is 15,321,943. They don't tally. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. I think we can get back on the same as you have directed.
So it will remain unresolved until or unless you provide a very clear one, accurate, before end of business tomorrow. AOG.
Thank you, Chair. We are going to the third issue. This is budgetary control and performance. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects final income budget and actual comparable basis of Kenya shillings 213 million and Kenya shillings 110,048,598 respectively, resulting to underfunding of Kenya shillings 102,951,402. The budget underfunding and expenditure may have negatively affected service delivery to the residents of Bomet County. Chair, we have verified the responses provided by the management, and we have noted that the funds were not timely provided by the county treasury to the municipality, and therefore it was not the municipality's fault. That is our remarks on the same.
Questions? CC. Before the deadline, you see, your line department or ministries, you have capable officers who are working under you people. And by the time, the Auditor General is reviewing, going through the reports and asking to provide some information, I want to believe it should be first priority, because we have competent people to provide such information in advance with clarity. So,
thank you, Chair. That is a true position. So we have responded that the main cause of underfunding is mainly due to exchequer releases on the part of the county government. So that for the counterpart funding and for PE, personal emoluments, budgeted for the municipality staff. Okay, their deployment was done in phases and shall be completed. So I think that is basically, we have agreed, what the AOG has presented is in agreement with our case. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Olivia. Do you have something? Caro, Honorable Caro, do you have something to ask?
Thank you. Through Chair, I have a question. Is there any corrective action that can be recommended by the committee so as to assist the management in absorption of the allocated funds? CC.
Thank you, Chair. Any recommendation or advice from this committee is welcome.
Particular.
I am responding according to the suggestion by one of the members that the committee can give a recommendation to us on how we can best implement this, so we'll accept.
Correct, but we are saying which recommendation would you, because us as a committee, we are willing to assist where we can, but also we should be having at least maybe, there could be some caps, maybe in terms of legislation, in terms of policy, yeah.
Thank you, Chair. I think mainly this house can assist us in terms of maybe providing support in our budget and policies, because we intend to have maybe even separating the municipal budget and so on, and giving the necessary policies. I think we'll come to that at the right time. Thank you.
Chair, I have a concern on the issue of underfunding. If we are going to say it's all about the exchequer releases, and we are underfunding the municipality up to 48%, Chair, this is not fair, because if we say it's issues of maybe exchequer, we can approximate to up to 80%, 90%, but the issue of 48% is too low. So I don't know what's in their minds, in the minds of the in charge of this fund, because this is too low to me. So, Chair.
So my Vice Chair is saying, what strategies are you coming up with so that the funding be increased from that percentage?
Chair, let me allow the CC to respond.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. In support of, or in answer to a question by the Honourable Member, one of the strategies is to increase and enhance revenue for the county. So we need the support of the County Assembly of Bomet in terms of any policies or legislation that will enhance revenue collection. Thank you.
Could you be having any proposal on legislation? Could you be having a proposal in mind?
Thank you, Chair. One of the proposals which maybe we intend to bring very soon is the bylaws for the municipality, which will have to be approved by the County Assembly, and we ask for your support on that.
Okay, Chair.
Vice Chair.
I'm still worried, Chair. I thought these funds were budgeted, and if they were budgeted, we will not be speaking about the revenues. The revenues we talked about during the budget making process, but at this point, the funds observer, which is the municipality, should receive their share. And if the share the municipality will be receiving is 48%, this is too low, even to run the municipality. So we should be talking about what are we going to do so that the municipality can receive up to 90% of their budget share, not how we shall collect the revenue. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. The backstop with the CEC finance.
Thank you, Chair.
Need to, one minute. You see, for them to get their rightful share, it is you, the CC Finance, and your department to make a deliberate effort to make sure that the Department of Municipal get their rightful share. Maybe you can tell us why is that not happening. Give us the ideal situation. Why is not that happening?
Thank you, Chair. Let me not respond why it's not happening, but let me commit that I'll try my best to make sure that it happens going into the future. Thank you.
Because we could be blaming the municipality, yet the problem lies with your department. Yeah. Good. Next, AOG.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The next issue, non-operationalization of the municipality. The municipality had an approved staff establishment of 50 staff, comprising of 37 technical and 13 non-technical staff. However, as at the time of the audit, only one technical staff had been recruited. In the circumstances, the operationalization of the municipality had been delayed, which has impacted negatively on the service delivery. Thank you.
CC.
Thank you, Chair. We have a response that the municipality is now fully being operationalized now, after a cabinet resolution was made and transfer of functions is underway through the establishment of municipality structures. So the budget for the staff, there is also a budget to enhance its independence. So I want to believe we will improve from one staff to the required. So we have resolution that is attached in Annex 2.
When you say it is fully operational, what do you mean? And what are the proofs?
Okay, Chair, thank you. I mean, we are now doing the process of implementation of the municipality. So putting all the structures in place to make sure the municipality is now able to operate. So we have started the processes.
The Agneses you provide for is only for autonomy. You've not really expound on what should happen.
Okay, maybe just to explain what the autonomy means, it means they will now be having the team of staff to work at the municipality. We are also trying to identify, we have identified the areas that for that, the municipality, and then we will provide, or we are trying to have an independent budget for the municipality. Thank you.
Maybe I will ask another question at the tail end. Members? Any member with a question? Honorable Bushene.
Thank you very much, Chairman. First, I would like to make introduction. I'm Honorable Bushene, MCA representing Chairman Gilward, and also a member of this committee. I was following through Chairman. I would like to ask, is there any corrective action that can be recommended by the committee so as to assist the management in attaining full independence?
Management? Did you get the question?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, proceed.
Yes, I think the committee, any recommendation from the committee is welcome by the executive. Yeah, I think that one is welcome.
Okay, Chair, maybe to rephrase the question, because from the answers we've received from the CC in charge of finance, maybe the question was supposed to mean what do you think can be done by the committee to assist, maybe in terms of legislation and the rest, so that the municipality can gain its full independence.
Thank you once again, Chair. Let me allow the CC for Urban to respond.
Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. To answer the question from the honourable member, my suggestion is that, one, we are working together as a team of Urban with the department from the county assembly. Number two, my other suggestion is any pieces of legislation that we bring for approval from the assembly be fast-tracked, especially those issues which are touching on the municipality. For example, the zoning plans, the assembly is required to approve. And then number three, as a member of the board of the municipality, we are also pushing with the governor for the full deployment or rather for additional deployment of staff to the municipality to support the lean number of staff which was there already. And then number 3, as my colleague had said, the CC Finance, also the push for additional revenue, for rather funding for the municipality, because without additional funding, even with additional staff, the municipality will not work. But my colleague, the CCM for Finance, has pledged that the municipality going forward is going to be supported to get additional funds. Thank you, Chair.
You see, on the issue of pushing for funding, it's not the assembly, it's not the committee to push for funding. It's the issue of funding and budget making process start from the executive. So I think it is the role of the CEC to ensure that during the beginning of the budget making process, to also to coordinate and ensure that better allocation is aligned, and that including in the cabinet. So our work will be easier. Our work is to assist you past the budget. The deviation, whether we can cut it down or upward, it will now depend on your proposal. Is that not the true position? Yeah. Any other member? And then we proceed. AOG.
Thank you, Chair. So we've evidence that was provided, and we have noted that there was no evidence of operationalization, and therefore the issue is not addressed. Next issue is failure to maintain a fixed asset register. The statement of financial position reflects property, plant, and equipment balance of Kenya shillings 45,032,999. However, the detailed register indicating classification, description, and value of assets was not provided for audit. In the circumstances, it was not possible to confirm the internal controls in relation to assets, control, and management were working as intended during the period under review. Honorable Chair, we have again verified the responses given by the management, and we noted that the assets register, the ownership document, including title of lands and logbooks, were not provided for audit, and therefore the issue was not addressed. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. We have responded that the asset register for the municipality was maintained. The assets that the municipality has is still maintained by the county treasury. So this is, it's true. We have not established for the municipality because most of the assets are still being established and will be recognized in the asset register. And we have just started looking at the things that will be now put in the register as by Annex 3. So most of the items are still in the county treasury.
You had earlier on indicated that you are autonomous, and I thought when you talk of autonomy is that it is fully operational. All what belong to you should be under your custody. What do you? So I'm not getting here. I'm not getting you clearly. Come up with something better.
Thank you, Chair. This is the report is at 30th June 2022. So that is the status. But I have mentioned that we are now working to make the municipality autonomous. Those are the current issues, not at 2022. So the current issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Pushene.
Mr. Chairman, Treasury, I thought it was supposed to be that the head of Treasury is CEC Finance, Mr. Chairman. Now, when the CEC said the Treasury should assist in making it independent, I thought it is the CEC who is heading that Treasury. And the independence of especially in terms of finance, or in terms of assets. Municipality cannot operate without clear assets, records of assets inventory. For example, logbooks, the transfer, because it has been long since this municipality has been established. So up to now, we should not be talking of the issue of assets. Maybe only those assets that was acquired last financial year. But up to now, they have not gotten their assets. I don't know what are they now controlling, how are they operating?
CEC.
Thank you, Chair. As a CEC for Finance, Economic Planning and ICT, I'm the head of the County Treasury for Bomet. And municipality is within the county government of Bomet. So I want to say that it is my responsibility to assist the municipality to acquire and be in possession and custody of the assets that it requires. I want to clarify that, but let me allow the CC for lands to respond further on the assets that they have.
Proceed.
Mr. Chairman, before CC, would like to see whether the municipality has written to the Treasury about the issue of assets, because here we would like to see the evidence of whether they have tried, because in terms of writing, and what was the response?
Yeah, what are the evidence? Have you initiated the process? If you have initiated the process, where are the correspondences? Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, in the department we have initiated the process, especially about vehicles. About a vehicle, we wanted 1 or 2 vehicles, but the municipality still has not gotten the funds to repair and remove from the garage a vehicle which they wanted. But as my colleague has said, CCM for finance, if we were next, maybe when we get that budget, at least we'll acquire one of the assets, or rather an asset of vehicles. But for title deeds, the process is ongoing, especially, because, you know, the titling process takes time, but the process has started. So we are at some stage, some percentage, but we know eventually we will succeed. Thank you, Chair. I hope I have answered the question.
Those proofs, the one you say you've initiated the process, all the documents relating to acquiring fully your asset under your municipal department, supply all those correspondences before close of business tomorrow, if any.
We stand guided, Chair. Thank you.
Member?
Chair, I was going through the question once again, and maybe I'm not getting, maybe you will also guide me. The question states, the statement of financial position reflects property, plant, and equipment. Balance of 45,032,989. That's equipment, property, and plant. Now, on Annex 3, where the management is providing the answers to the question on the plant, properties, and equipments, the fixed asset register provided for the municipality, the first property is stormwater drainage, which is 41,083,037. Is that a property or what is that? Number 2, sewer line extension, which is provided as an asset, or I don't know, for the municipality. Number 3 is 1.5 kilometer of selected Bomet town roads recarpeting. Number 4 is Capro Works for Merigi. Number 5 is solid waste handling equipment. I think this one is fine. Solid waste handling equipment, which is fine. The last one is the Bomet fire station, which is fine. So I don't understand the first 4. Where do they come in as the assets or properties for the municipality?
Before you respond, could you be having the municipal manager?
Chair, I am here.
Then I want him to respond.
Yeah. And thank you, Chair. And for the issue of the asset register, why we are having these roads being part of the municipal assets, is that the municipality utilized funds and during the development of roads. For instance, the first one is Silipwet Town Road, which was improved to Peterman standards. And we have also mentioned these other roads like Capro Walk. So we have classified as assets because they were funded and using the budget for the municipality.
I would want to comment whether whatever is giving us, the information is giving us, is in line with the standards. What is the
Chair, maybe before the Auditor General answers that question, Chair.
I wanted him to give just a clarification on that. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. There is what we call an asset register, and the National Treasury has clearly indicated what is supposed to be in an asset register and the format of an asset register. And we looked at what the management has provided and concluded that it is not an asset register, and that is why we have indicated in our verification notes that the asset register has not been provided. What we expected the management to provide is, we have land, because for instance there is the Bomet fire station, which is constructed on a piece of land. So we expected that an asset register is given indicating the land reference number, acreage or the size, the value, and that is an example of land. Then we expect the management to give us the buildings that it owns. For instance, that fire station is a building, and therefore we want the asset register should clearly indicate all the buildings and their values and their locations. And when it comes to equipment, like the motor vehicle, We are aware, we've looked at the responses, and the municipality has acquired, for instance, whatever is used for garbage collection, and therefore it falls under the motor vehicle and transport equipment. So we expect the asset register to clearly indicate the equipment, the registration number, the value, and its location. So that is what National Treasury has guided to be an asset register. What the management has provided as an asset register is more of projects and not asset register. Thank you.
That is very clear. You see, what you are provided for here is not an asset register. And I want the true asset register to supply this committee with that asset register before close of business on Friday. This coming Friday. Next. I think this now, that one is clear.
No, just
what is it?
Question. You know, the management agrees that the asset register is around 45 million. What they are providing us here as contracts as projects is even more than 100 million. So I don't know if the management doesn't understand the word assets and differentiate between the assets and the projects. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And that is why we have given you the timeline up to Friday. And some of the information you are giving us here, we will consider during report writing. And you know, it's not fair, it's not good to come here with something, you call it a report, yet it's not a. Yeah. Next.
Thank you, Chair. That was the last issue. In summary, for the report of the Auditor General on Bomet Municipality for the financial year ended 30th June 2022, 5 issues were raised. 2 issues under financial statements. Under the auditor's verification, 1 issue has been resolved, the other one is outstanding. 1 issue was raised under other matter, which has been resolved by the management. 1 issue was raised under report on lawfulness and effectiveness in use of public resources. The issue has not been resolved. And 1 issue was raised on a report on effectiveness of internal controls, risk management, and governance. The issue remains unresolved. So, in summary, out of 5, resolved at 2, not resolved 3, partially resolved 0. Thank you, Chair. I submit.
Thank you. So, I'm directing that you comply with all those material we've asked as by the direction. Next.
Thank you, Chair. We are moving to the next report. Report of the Auditor General on Bomet Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2023. I'm not going to explain the various opinions because I've done that initially. And during this year, the financial year ended 30th June 2023, Bomet Municipality received an adverse opinion, implying that the financial statements did not present true and fair view, and the financial statements had material misstatements which were pervasive, meaning that the misstatements affected various components of the financial statements, with a total number of 23 issues. I seek, before I move to the first issue, Chair, I want to seek for your guidance.
1 minute before, can we be supplied with the responses? proceed. You are seeking.
Thank you, Chair. I want to seek for your guidance because this report is quite voluminous. I seek for guidance whether the reports on the financial statements, that is the inaccuracies and the presentation errors, issue number 1, issue number 2.1, issue number 2.2, issue number 2.3.
Start again, you say issue number?
Issue number 1, which reads presentation and disclosures in the financial statements. Issue number 2.1, variance between the balances in the financial statements and trial balance. Issue number 2.2, inaccurate comparative amounts on board expenses. Issue number 2.3, inaccuracies on the statement of cash flows. Issue number 2.4, statement of changes in net assets. Those are inaccuracies. Issue number 2.5, statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts. All those are inaccuracies. And presentation errors, I seek for your guidance whether we can sum them together, call them inaccuracies in the financial statements. And because we have verified the responses and all those inaccuracies have not been addressed since the financial statements had been certified by the Auditor General, we sum them as an issue so that the management can respond at once.
Yes. I go by your request.
Thank you. So we reviewed the financial statements and we noted that there were a number of errors and inaccuracies. And as guided by the chair, I'm not going to read through each and every issue. I'll just present a summary. Number 1 is the presentation and disclosures in the financial statements. These were errors or the non-compliance to the templates issued by the Public Sector Accounting Standards Board during the preparation of the financial statements by the management. The figures are indicated in the report. Issue number 2.1, variance between the balances in the financial statements and the trial balance. Primarily, a financial statement should be supported by a trial balance and the ledgers. It means the figures in the trial balance should reconcile or match what is disclosed in the financial statements. In this case, there were variances. Issue number 2.2, the comparative amounts. The standard required that before you present the current year's figures, you need to indicate the previous year's figures. In this case, the financial statements indicated board expenses, the comparative figures that varied with whatever was audited by the Auditor General. Issue number 2.3, inaccuracies in the financials in the statement of cash flows. Again, the cash flows presented the figures that when the auditor recalculated the figures, they were not adding up. Issue number 2.5, statement of changes in net assets. Again, the figures were reflected in the statement of changes in net assets that were not supported or that were inaccurately presented. Issue number 2.5, statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts. This is where the budget is compared to the actual expenditures during the year. Again, various inaccuracies were noted as documented in the report. We have verified the responses by the management, and we have noted that the financial statements were certified with the reported presentation and disclosure errors, and no corrections or amendments had been done in the subsequent periods, that is 2022, that is 2023, 2024, and therefore, to the best of our knowledge, the issues remain not addressed. Thank you, Chair. I submit.
CC.
Thank you, Chair, for that summary that has been presented. I think on all the issues, because of the last statement that has been mentioned, on the issues that have been certified, we cannot be able to amend them unless we now amend them in this financial year, the report for this financial year as prior year adjustments. That's far I can mention. I think it is agreeable. Thank you.
You know, see, from the report, the reason why there is inaccuracies and variance, that tells us that do you really have a qualified accountants in the municipal?
Thank you, Chair.
Who is actually preparing this report? Because from 1 all the way to 2.5, same thing, every financial year, same thing, reoccurring again. What is the issue? What is the challenge in that department? Do we have qualified accountants? And what mechanism have you put in place so that those inaccuracies should not happen again? Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I think there are so many issues that have been mentioned inside the presentation by the AOG that includes even compliance with the templates which have been used. So I think as the Department for Finance, we need to be able to support even the accountants to adhere. Even when there are new changes, we make sure that they are also aware. So I think because it is, we cannot make the changes even for 2023, 2024, we didn't, I think you mentioned. I thought we would still correct them because we are still finalizing the audit for 2023, 2024. We make some amendments for these ones. Otherwise, if we have not also made the changes, if the changes for 2023, 2024 have also been certified, we commit to do the adjustments in the prior years, for the prior years in the financial year, this financial year, 2024, 2025. Now that we have the advantage of shifting from the cash basis to accrual. Thank you.
Do we have an accountant here? Yes, Yara. Tell us. Give us your version.
On Chair, I can add a point that I was deployed to municipality in this financial year, so there was an issue with staffing. So going forward, I promise we'll adhere to we'll minimize all the errors in preparation of the financial statement. Thank you.
So you are the only engineer, the only accountant in that municipal?
Yeah, I'm the accountant and there is my assistant.
So you are two?
Yeah, we are two.
And are two actually enough to run that municipal?
So I'm the finance officer and then I have an accountant when we were deployed there July this year, last financial year.
Okay. An auditor? Do you have an auditor?
Yeah, we have a new auditor also.
A new one?
Yeah, we were deployed there.
It was deployed when?
July this financial year, which is last year.
Which is last year? 4 months? 5 months ago?
Yeah, July
6 months ago.
July last year, which is this current financial year.
Have you gone through and appreciate there is a problem?
Yeah, I've gone through and I accept there's a problem, but we have tried on the last audit, the last audit for 2023-24.
Okay. Members?
Thank you, Chairman. We are talking of 2023 financial year, 2023-2024. Is it? 2022-2023. Now, my question is, Chairman, if these accountants and auditors just deployed just the other day, about 6 months ago, how have this municipality been operating without accountant, without auditor. That is one. Two, Chair, since the accountant and the other officers are new, are they now fully aware of what is expected of them by Auditor General?
Municipal manager to respond.
And thank you so much, Chair. And since July, at least about over 30 staff have been deployed. So we are happy that in the subsequent years, now that we have substantive staff, especially in charge of finances, these errors will be minimized, if not eradicated altogether. And because without a substantive staff, it becomes very difficult. So prior to their deployment in July, it was very difficult to operate. And secondly, we will also take them through some form of training so that at least they will be conversant with the current and financial issues.
Did you get a question from Honorable Bouchenet? How have you been operating without those accountants?
Yes. Not that
staff, I mean.
Yes. Not that we have been operating without accountants, but we used to have accountants from other departments to come and assist because we didn't have a substantive staff. That could be the area where we got this challenge. But going forward now that we have substantive staff, and this challenge will be overcome.
I would like to ask the AOG to give a comment on that.
Thank you, Chair. We have noted a number of errors and inaccuracies, including the one for the current year, 2023-2024. And we have always been given the same explanation that the management is providing. And so we hope that when we get, because the 2023-2024 has already been certified, any amendments can only be made in the 2024-2025, and therefore it is now upon the management to ensure that they have competent accountants in place to ensure that the financial statements are prepared according to the standards as issued by the Public Sector Accounting Standards Board and the International Accounting Standards. Thank you.
Good. Honorable Dennis.
Thank you, Chair. My only worry here with these financial statements, Chair, is the final users of the reports. If we can have this kind of errors, I was seeing an error in 2.3, which is reported as 45,932,959 was erroneously reported as 4 million. I mean 45 million erroneously reported as 4 million. And also 56 million erroneously reported as 568,000. That kind of an error is not a small error, Chair, to just ignore. The users of the information, like the management and also the CC in charge of the financial settlements. And my other worry, Mr. Chair, is the issue of the current reporting standards, the current templates, and Chair, if we can have the accountants in place who doesn't know the current financial statements, the current templates, that means we have a very big problem in the department. Chair, it's my wish that we still relook at issues around the municipality so that we can have to assist them where possible. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. There is a problem. And I will give a comment once we are through with the 23 issues to respond. I will give a direction. Yeah. Next.
Well guided, Chair.
Before that, Chair.
What is it, Pushene? Honorable Pushene?
As I can see the previous one on the assets and this one, it is repeated that the staff that was used previously was on secondment. Now, it seems it is repeating the same cycle of errors. Now, I don't know, for now, do we have the current status? We would like to know the current status, if it has been corrected. Because I was asking the issue of whether they know what is expected of them by the Office of Auditor General. Because we would not like to repeat the same mistake year in, year out. So we'd like to know the current status, so that it is now clear. Because does it mean that the officers that was on secondment do not know their work properly?
I want to believe they have already responded and appreciated that there is a problem, there is challenges. It is now time to pull up the socks. But I say, before we conclude on this one, you know, when the opinion, an auditor gave an opinion of adverse opinion, it is very serious. We will have to give some direction that is not limited to investigation. But let me reserve it towards I will give a direction towards the tail end. Auditor, AOG.
I would like to seek some clarification from Auditor on asset register. Is there any template from National Treasury that should be used?
It is coming up next, so relax.
Okay.
Proceed, AOG. Chair, maybe before we proceed to the next question, on the same issue, I still think because of these errors, I would like to look at the balance sheet so that we are sure that these amounts were not lost. Because if you look at 45 million, which is erroneously being reported as 4 million, that poses a question. You also see 56 million being reported as 568,000. That means there is a misappropriation of funds. So maybe for us to be sure, maybe they can give us the balance sheet of these financial reports. Thank you, Chair.
Do you have the financial statement? Balance sheet, I mean. Or is it possible for you to provide before the end of the day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Chair, we will be able to provide.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Issue number 3, unsupported revenue. The statement of financial performance reflects total revenue amount of Kenya shillings 4,096,215, which includes amounts of Kenya shillings 1,756,300 and Kenya shillings 2,339,915 in respect of transfers from the county government and public contributions and donations, respectively, as disclosed in Note 6 and 7 to the financial statements. However, review of the supporting documents, including transfer requisitions and bank statements, revealed total revenue received amount of 2.4 million, resulting to unexplained and unreconciled variance of Kenya shillings 1,618,544. Further, the schedules supporting the revenues were not provided for audit review. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of an amount of Kenya shillings 4,096,000 215 in respect of total revenue could not be confirmed. Honorable Chair, we have reviewed the response, and the management did provide the schedules in support of the revenue received during the year, and therefore, to the best of our knowledge, this issue has been addressed by the management. Thank you.
Thank you. CC.
Thank you, Chair. I think because the issue has been addressed, I think it's...
The reason why I refer you on that one, there is the Annex 4. You've supplied nothing on Annex 4.
It's Annex 6, the reference is Annex 6.
Even number 4, Annex 4. 5, 6.
I have in my copy.
You have in your copy?
Annex 6 is there.
Check.
Chair, I don't know whether we are... Okay, because we are looking at item number 3. Okay, Chair, I think I have confirmed the annexes do not have any information in them. I want to request that you allow us to provide after this.
Good. And members and the entire team, there is tea. I want to propose or request that we break for maybe 10 minutes. Break for 10 minutes, then we resume thereafter. Are we all in agreement? Yes. Okay.